Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. I'm using their most current issue. So today we are going to do something along these lines. Now remember, I am never going to have the same things that she has. I'm not going to do it exactly the way she is. I'm just getting inspiration from, you know, these magazine articles and things. So you can see she has used like some ink or watercolor or something in the background of this white, and I'm pretty sure it is watercolor paper, and I don't have any with the fancy edges. I just have regular old watercolor paper. And then she's just used, like it says fragment and all that, she's used fragments of all different papers. It's like says the story there and all kinds of textures, and I like the dark of a lot of the pieces and then the white background. That's really cool. She's used some photographs. So we're going to be taking inspiration from this, but I am going in a more Christmas direction, just because that's, you know, kind of what I'm working on and feel like doing right now. So that's the way mine's going to be. But you can take inspiration from her and take inspiration from me and do your own thing however you desire, like with just, you know, the regular everyday type pictures or something else. And so this one's by Mags Woodcock, and it looks to be like a whole little book of these ideas. So I made a book that's even smaller than hers, but along the same lines, right? So I'm going to actually turn the page and put a mark on this so that I can have it setting over here where I can see it a bit. Set it up here. So I just made my own little, and this one's very small. Like I said, I didn't have the fancy watercolor paper. This is just some watercolor paper that I got at Hobby Lobby, but you can get any watercolor paper that you want. I scored, it's not even a half an inch, but I just scored along the edge, same place on each of the pages, so that when you open it, you know, it will open up. And I just affixed the 3 pages with brads. So just punched holes, put the brads in, voila, I have a little book. I just thought this might be kind of a fun Christmas present or a stocking stuffer or something like that. So that's kind of what I am going for. But of course you can make it, I mean, you could put as many pages as you wanted if you had brads that would, you know, handle that. So what I want to use, and again, this is all personal preference and you use what you want to use. This is the freebie. So it's all Mary and baby Jesus. And then I have some dictionary page that say like Christmas. And then some, I have one of those little tiny New Testament, New Testaments. And my daughter got that at school. But anyway, so I've just taken little bits out of there so that I can add those as my kind of fragments or whatever. So that's what I'm using. I have, this is the size of the pages, but I shrunk mine down because I wanted smaller pictures for the book since the book's not very big. So that is what I'm going to do. So the first thing we got to do is get some color on these pages. And I'm going to kind of do this carefully because drying time and whatnot. So I have this is Vintage Photo Distress Oxide Spray here on my little piece of plastic, and I'm just going to add water and use it like a watercolor. So that's how I'm choosing to do this. But like I said, you could drip ink, you could use watercolors themselves, and then I'm just going to kind of go wherever I feel like. And if you know me, you know this is just kind of what I do. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing awesome. I am doing well. It is the same day for me as I told you about our windstorm that we're having. So that is crashing away outside. So if you hear it, that's what the noises are. I have like a flag, an American flag, a wooden sort of board thing that hangs outside our door, and it's just crashing around. I should really just go bring it in, but I don't want to go out there. It's cold. So anyways, because I'm a wimp like that. So yeah, I just want to add bits of this. Some of this is definitely going to get covered up, so you're not going to see all of it, but I think it's fun to add it. I like I said, the contrast with the light white and this brown is kind of fun. And then I'm adding water, so it will oxidize. And you can, like I said, do it lots of different ways. Okay, I might need just a little bit more. This is always tricky. This thing is such a mess because I always forget to take it and hold it under some water. And it just gets everywhere when you spray it. I don't know, those bottles are crazy. And you kind of want to leave some gaps, and I like the way hers had some like straight spots and all that. I think that looked kind of cool. All right, so that page is good. I'm going to just soak up some of this so I can turn the page. Now, if you're making this at home, I would just pause and just wait for it to dry before you did your next page. Or of course, probably the best idea is to not put your book together, do all your pages separately. It's just I wanted to show you guys kind of how I was going to do this little book. But it would probably be best of all to make the book after you get the pages the way you want them. And of course, if you have a better way to do this, do it, because I'm sure you're thinking I'm kind of crazy, but yes, you would be right, I am. All right, so then I'm going to just turn the page, and I'm just going to do the front of the pages so that you can write or whatever, add photos onto the other side. I thought about using my Santa photos too. That would be another kind of cool if you wanted to do a Christmas thing. That digital is in my Etsy shop, but I wanted to do I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do my Reason for the Season kit this year, just because I've gotten sidetracked and gone a million different directions. And sometimes it's really hard to find images, honestly. I'm going to be totally honest. Finding images in the public domain, and I know I use AI a lot of the time for most of the time for like the people and stuff in my digitals, and trying to get the AI to make decent biblical images is not an easy thing. I don't know what it is, but every time I put nativity in, it makes the wonkiest, craziest conglomeration of people and everything else. And I try to fix, like I had to do a lot of fixing on those Mary and baby Jesus images. And I know you have to be very specific about what you put in, which I do that, but it still gives me just cuckoo crazy stuff sometimes. And I don't know why. I don't have that trouble with other things as much when I put them in, so I'm not sure what the hang up is with nativity, but anyways, that's why I don't put one of those out every single year. It's because I can't find images that I like, that I want to use. So I'm kind of picky on what I want to use for that. Just adding, a little bit more here and there or whatever. I look kind of like that one little dot. I think that looks kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that wind, but it is a blowing. big time out there. This kind of reminds me of, I can't think of what it's called now. Not the Shroud of Turin. Oh my gosh. The Lost Sea Scrolls. You know, with all the little bits and fragments that they ended up having to try to piece together to figure out what they say. That's sort of what this part reminds me of. A little bit the Shroud of Turin too, to be honest. Okay, like I said, much smarter if you do this part and then put your book together. But you know, I don't ever do anything that makes sense. So I know you can't see, I'm just doing the exact same thing on this last page. In fact, I'll pause it and finish this part and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So this is dry. I did one of my Santas from my, I think I called it Christmas Photos. I believe that's what I called it. But anyways, in my shop, it's got all different Santas. But I just wanted to show you, I put some ink on that. And so I did the same thing with these. I just wanted to get them dry. That's why I didn't do it with you guys. But I'll show you with one that I'm not using. So what I did is just carefully went around the edge, not like super crazy like I do sometimes. That Santa one I did a little more. And then I just use the same ink, the Vintage Photo and water, and I go around the edge. And it doesn't show up as well on those, but you can see they're kind of stained because that's sort of what she did with the photos that she used. But she did put some stains on their faces, and I don't want to put stains on these their faces. So I did put it on the photos, but I did not put it on their faces. And like if you rub your brush like that, you can see it kind of makes a little puddle right there. You just let that dry, and that kind of adds a cool design. You can just put some like drops on it and it'll dry, and usually oxidizes better. It didn't do a whole lot of oxidizing on those pictures either, but it did on this. You can see on this Santa it really oxidized. I probably used more water or whatever. Anyhow, that is how I did that. And then I don't have like a lot of the book. A lot of her stuff is you know, the spine of a book when you take a book apart. Sorry, my ring's all bugging me. And there's that kind of weaved stuff in there. I didn't have anything like that, but I did have some corrugated cardboard that kind of flattens out really nice. So I just tore some pieces off of that. I stamped it using a script stamp, and then dropped the Vintage Photo ink on there too and let that dry. And again, I did those ahead of time because of the drying situation. So, but that's all I did. It's nothing super difficult or anything like that. We're just going to add bits and pieces of fragments and texture and all that good stuff to this. And I have some of these, like this is just a piece of really old fabric that usually tears easy, with all the strings hanging out, and I want all those strings because like I said, I didn't have the book bits that have like string and stuff, but I think these will be kind of cool, and we could put part of it on and part of it off, you know, that kind of thing. And then on the front, I think I'm going to use the biggest photo that I cut out and put it here. I just thought it would be really fun to do one Christmassy. Oh, see, this is just a piece of burlap. It's like the edge of it. What do you call it? Burlap. Oh my goodness, on a roll. See the edge, how it's turned over and sewn so that it doesn't all come undone. That's what that is. Wow. My brain. So yeah, just have fun with it. Just add your little bits and pieces, and you're welcome to the freebie if you'd like it. If not, of course, you can use any photos. You could even, you know, I have some other like grungy, I think it's called People of the Past. It is called that. In my shop, that's just pictures all different sizes, and you could totally use something like that if you don't want to go Christmassy, or pictures that you have. All right, so I'm just going to start adding stuff because I'm liking the look. As long as I can get this to work. Somebody asked me the other day what glue I have in here. I am pretty sure that it's art glitter glue, but I'm not positive because I just put it in here and I added a little bit of water to it so that it would come out of this little spout easier. You can use any glue. I use PVA, art glitter glue, Aleene's tacky glue, my Scotch Create permanent glue sticks. This is the PVA that I used. It's just cheap. I started buying that instead of art glitter glue because it's highway robbery in my opinion for what they charge for art glitter glue. So, and I like the PVA just fine. I don't have any troubles with it whatsoever. So that's probably what I will continue to use from here on out, because I don't see the point in spending a fortune on glue. I have this too that might look kind of cool. It's that Cicada wing paper, and you can buy that on Amazon, and there is a link in my Amazon list in the description box below this video, so should be easy to find. And they just call it Cicada wing paper because it's thin. It's not, I don't know why they call it that, but anyways, it's not actual cicada wing. So I might put Christ on here, the definition, just because I think that's a good, I think I'll put it up high. And I just got this out of one of my old dictionaries that I tear apart and use for this stuff. You might also be able to find digitals with dictionary, what do you call these definitions? Wow. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do hugs and blessings because I just jumped right in. I just got very excited. I really like this idea. And so even if you just did it on every day, or it would also be really cool to do like a naturey plants and things like that. Yes, that would also be cool. So hugs and blessings to @SRIIS Wendy and Denise. Sorry, I had to be looking over there to get all the letters right. That's me. So I'm going to scoot that down just a skosh, and I'm going to use PVA for that because it's kind of a bulkier piece. We're going to kind of go more along the bottom so I can tuck that photo up in the top. Yeah, I'll probably make this a Christmas gift. Another good little handmade book that's super easy because it's just 3 pages of watercolor paper. But of course, you could make it more if you wanted, sort of like a little photo album or something. I like how it's neutral and just pretty. Pretty, pretty. I'm going to tuck that behind there a little bit. Why is it not? I didn't put any glue back there, so come on. It's a little bit crooked here. Okay, and then our little piece of burlap. And what else do I want? Need some other little cool bits and pieces. This This piece of fabric would be cool. I just grabbed all kinds of stuff and just went for it. I might actually do a piece up here like that. Whoa. That's very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, I was going to use this, huh? I do like the lace too. I'm going to cut this off. I have no tales to tell today because I am avoiding going outside. I did my treadmill. Yeah, I'm just saying no to that because I don't like wind. It makes me not happy. I grew up in a town where the wind blew every single solitary day of my growing up at 4 p.m. is when it would start. I mean, it blew other times too, of course, but that was when it always blew at 4 p.m. So like all of my growing up, we never had really, I mean, I think of maybe one time we had a barbecue out, 1 or 2 times we had a barbecue outside because, you know, and it would blow for a few hours after that. And that's just, they call it Washoe Zephyrs, and that's just the way it was. I mean, that wasn't, you know, nobody even probably thought about it because that's just how it did. And when I moved to Idaho, I was just like, you mean the wind doesn't blow here every day? Yeah, it was a whole new world. Because even when I moved to Reno to go to school, to go to college, the wind still, you know, blows there quite a bit. And I could never figure out what my husband was talking about because he'd be like, the wind does not blow in Idaho. Clearly, it blows everywhere. He didn't mean it never blows, but it just doesn't blow here as frequently, like on a daily basis. So, yeah, it was quite the thing. I might end up running a stitch through that just because I'm worried all those pieces aren't going to stay. But I'm going to bring it up here to show you, just so you get an idea. Ooh, and I do like, she put a piece of the tape, the faux old tape. That's just, it's just alcohol ink on clear Scotch tape. And you can even use alcohol markers, which I never thought of. That was my friend Carol thought of that one. So whatever you got that'll stick to tape, basically that's an alcohol type marker, paint, whatever. Okay. Hopefully that will all stay there. That's what we have for that one. Let's go on and see. Then you could write there or add a photograph of your own. Whatever, I did get some of the ink on there. Like I said, if you do your pages first, you won't have that problem, but I did not, so I had the problem. Really, this doesn't even have to be for Christmas, right? You could give this as a gift to maybe a friend you go to church with. Whatever. That'd be a lovely gift. I think strings, glue strings everywhere. That's pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna put glue on this and we're gonna like crunch it up and add it on there. Yeah, there's a myriad of things. You could use like images of birds, just all sorts of fun stuff you could do with these. You could, of course, make it bigger, add pockets, do the whole 9 yards. I was just keeping it simple, kind of like she did. Wow, I am just a sticky mess here. I'm going to keep those strings, though. I like that. Maybe, if I can get them to lay down there. Oh, I want to put, I guess this one's Spirit of Christmas. I thought I had another saying up here. What did I do? What did I do? There it is. It's stuck to everything else. Oh, Good Tidings of Great Joy. I love that one. But I think I want Spirit of Christmas on the front. They didn't have reason for the season, so on these little stickers. Those are the Tim Holtz stickers. There's that. I like it. I like it. Okay, which one of these do I want to use? I think I want to use this one on this page. And you can, you know, obviously change where you put it. So maybe we'll put this one over here this time. And we'll add some other things to it. Okay, some lace maybe. The whole trick is getting this stuff to stick. Want it to go all the way down? I don't think so. I think I just want partially. You could even do one with those little kids, the Kids at Christmas digital that I did, if you wanted to do something fun, maybe for a grandkid or something like that, or for photos of a grandchild or something. That would be fun. Let's do one of these. She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus. That's a good one. Let's see what else. This old paper would be kind of cool down here. It's an old letter. I'll try to move this out of the way just a little bit. My glue's almost gone. Oh no, I just ripped the... I'm getting very sticky here, and I'm just going to add a little piece of this. Corrugated cardboard, thank you for whoever is screaming at me because my brain doesn't work. Oh my gosh. It's the whole video camera, because seriously, I'm not this stingy all the time. Well, it's also creating and trying to talk at the same time. I do struggle with that. Even like when my sister's around and we're doing stuff together. It's just, the brain's working on something else at the moment. Doesn't want to talk. It's busy. This is super fun. Like, you could just have all kinds of your, well, that's what I have, all kinds of scraps and just randomness. And the texture is very fun. I like it a lot. I kind of covered up all the lace, but oh well. And maybe this one, Christmas, this one would be good. Do I want that up there? Yeah, I think so. Because I'm doing it Christmas. Oh boy. Maybe I'll put a piece of the faux tape above that. That was phooey. That was phooey. That page is very sticky. Very sticky. I have scissors. I have all my scissors right here. For a change. So I don't have to hunt them down. You can see through it, so it's no big deal to put it over it a little bit, because you'll still see it. So I have Joy to the World, and I think I'm going to do the Good Tidings of Great Joy. I like that. Oh, come now. Work with me. Are you going through the whole thing? Yeah, me too. All right. This one, we could do another piece of this because I do like this a lot. It needs a little something under, like across here. This is just book page, glue page that was over here that when I was inking and stamping and doing that, it got all the stuff on it. It'll be a good backgroundy type piece. I'll have Linda singing on this video. I love you, Linda. I love the singing. If you go over and watch Linda on her channel, or if you have, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. She can sing, find a song, just about every video that Just from, you know, she's just making stuff and doing stuff, but she always comes up with a song at some point. It's great. You do not want to hear me sing, that is for sure. It's bad. I have Angels We Have Heard on High stuck in my head ever since I started messing with this stuff. But I won't sing it. You probably have the dogs howling. I can't tell which way this. It's this way. Because there is script on there. Or is it Gloria? I don't know. I'm so bad at, my husband's always like, who sings this song? What's the song, you know, title? It's trivia. He knows, but he thinks I should know. And I never know. I never know. Even if it's stuff from the 80s that like, I really probably should know. That has never been my thing. I'll know all the words to the song, but I won't have any idea what it's called or who sung it. So, yep. He's always like, how can you not know? It's like, I don't think I care. Sorry. There's things that are important to me and things that aren't. It's just the way it is. I know I keep switching between that one and the little one. There's really no difference, so there's no rhyme or reason. It's whatever I grab first. Stick. That corner is like, no. Don't want to. Trying not to get glue everywhere, but probably am failing, like always. Let's see. I do like the lace under the picture. I do like that. I knew the birth of Jesus Christ took place in this way, and then it goes on from there. I know you guys can't read that because it's so tiny, but that's what this one is. I'm going to put that there. Get some extra glue for all those strings. All the strings. What else shall I put? This would be kind of good. Doesn't have to come all the way over. And we don't need all of those hanging out the back. Ah, I just touched that other glue. So glad you guys are liking this series because it really is fun for me too. It's, you know, kind of makes me think outside the box. I mean, I try to do that anyway, but you know, you kind of get in your rut and you do the same things over and over again. So it helps me with that a little bit. Darn, why did I have to get that on there? I think I got it. Of course. Always got to make some kind of mess. That one can go. I need my little, what do I do with my little spatula doo-wah? I don't know. Try to do it with this. We want to see the baby. Yeah, I hope you guys do one of these, whether it be with the freebie or with whatever you choose. It's kind of fun. And if you don't like the browns and stuff, you could totally do it with something else. I love, you know, the grungy, the sepias, all that. We need, there it is, Joy to the World. And I'll be singing that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to run a stitch across each of these pages. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to go do that. Oh, I need a piece of faux tape on this page too. I just like that look. Somewhere. Yeah, I hope everybody's okay. Pacific Northwest, because man, we have wind and we're a ways away from the coast. A ways. I don't think I need all that. Oops, scratched it and then I took some of the ink off. Alright, so there's that one. I'm holding it there for a minute because I want you to be able to see all the stuff. I know it's very hard to see unless you're watching on a television. I really like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just did a straight stitch right through there, and you can see it on this other page, but it doesn't bother me. But if you don't like that look, then I would suggest making like your little fabric and lace and whatever clusters and running them through a sewing machine or something and then adding them onto your page, just because, yeah, I don't know how else you'd do it. You could always cover that if you were opposed to it, but anyway, that is what I have for you guys today. And this, I don't know if I said it in the beginning, but oops, I just knocked everything down. It was by Mags Woodcock, who did this original, and I tend to really like her stuff. I've done quite a few of her pieces, obviously in my own way, but I think you can see that there are a few similarities. I mean, she did some more things maybe going up and down this way, which I could have done, but I like it. I like how it turned out. So I hope you guys give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you use the freebie. If it's not your thing, no worries. Use whatever you like. And have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.